Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
You know, one of my favorite features of my iPhone 12 is its wireless charging and its MagSafe magnetic back. I was looking for a mount for my car that could hold my phone and charge it at the same time. Luckily for me, my boys over at Car Phone Zone hooked it up with a sleek magnetic mount charger. Imagine the look on my friends' faces when I pull out my sexy iPhone 12 and slap that bad boy onto the magnetic mount. And if that's not enough sauce, when they hear that sound and realize that it's also a charger, they look at me like I'm a god. In fact, I love the attention so much, I headed on over to Car Phone Zone myself and picked up a leather multifunctional car seat organizer. Now, whenever I pick up a girl for a date, she'll see how organized I am as soon as she hops in the whip. And she'll take a look at the magnetic mount with the fully juiced up iPhone 12. Always ready to go. So go ahead and check out carphonezone.com for all your car and phone accessory needs. And Car Phone Zone is hooking it up fat. Ricker and Bond listeners get a 15% discount when they use code PODCAST at checkout. That's PODCAST, all capital letters. 15% off store-wide. And you know they got that free shipping. Don't even play. carphonezone.com. Check them out now.
What's going on, everybody? It's Monday and it's time to start your week right with Ricker and Bon in the morning, evening, and afternoon, Bonjen.
That's right. So everybody make sure you turn up the volume to 11 so that your neighbor will be like, yo, you're listening to Ricker and Bon in there?
It's Ricker and Bon.
Let me in. All right.
You meet your neighbor, everybody has a good time, dude. Ricker and Bon, enjoy.
Enjoy.
How come you don't want me, man? You know that new style you're looking for? If you want to keep going, I will keep going tonight. What's up? Hello. What's all this thing?
Can't beat the fucking Clippers. Y'all make me sick with this shit.
Well, listen to this.
Politicians are a lot like that. They should be changed frequently for the same reason.
Yo, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to listen to Ricker and Bond.
Dude, we find it now.
Protect the city.
Dude, we find it now.
Everybody don't need a podcast.
Yo, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to listen to Ricker and Bond.
New Rick, new Bond.
Yo, shut the fuck up. I'm trying to listen to Ricker and Bond.
I can't wait to get to school each day. And wait for you to pass my way. And bells start to ring. And angel starts to sing.
Hey, that's the girl for me. Sounds like Michael,
That was some instrumentation.
but it's not Michael. It's Troop. Thanks, Troop, for coming into this stew.
Never heard of said group.
Neither have I until now.
1989, bro?
Very
That's
old.
not true. That doesn't sound like a 1990. These guys must have been coming off some heavy 80s. 1988. No, that's just one record.
I think they're gonna be big.
Is a group from Pasadena, California. Did you know
Oh,
that?
Dirty
Did you?
Dina, bitch!
No wonder, dude.
Dangerous. I knew they were good the moment I heard them.
1987 to present. They're coming out with some smooth soul in 1987.
Oh, they're still dropping hits too.
They got studio albums. This your daily upkeep on Troop, the album. The group hasn't dropped a studio album since 1998. Still, 1988 to 1998, not bad. But they're dropping singles. A little time off from 1998 to 2013. But sometimes you need a couple decades in between just to get that voice right. Their album record names are called Troop, 1988, Attitude, 1989. Deepa, 1992. A Little Sumpin'. And Sumpin. Sumpin. That's kind of been interesting in 1998. Mayday. Labels are Atlantic for the first three, Bust It, 1994, and Warrior for 1998.
Wow.
Consisting of Steve, Random Russell, John, Harold, and his actual names with an H, his nickname not with an H. Harold.
It's cooler.
Rodney Benford, Reggie Warren, and Alan McNeil.
Alien's a cool name.
His name's not Alien. An L, if you guys didn't know, is kind of just like an I, but the gap in between has been filled.
Alien's like that guy from college that sold you weed. It's like really fucking weird. Everyone just calls him Alien.
Very tall.
Alien.
Doesn't go to that university, but knows everybody going to that university that is a freshman.
He's like 32. He's always trying to sell you rocks, but you're like, nah, I'm good. Not right now.
Not right now. Maybe next time, bro.
Yeah.
He always wants you to sit down in his apartment, but you're like, man, I mean, I can't say no because I have to be polite to my local entrepreneur, and you just like 45 minutes in, you're like, I gotta go, buddy, but I'll hit you next time, right? It's like, oh, you sure you don't want to stay? I'm about to watch Shrek 2.
I would stay for Shrek 2. No, I'm not
like,
gonna lie.
Okay.
At least for
Shrek
half
1.
of it. It's a great film.
Have you seen the one meme clip? I think it was I saw it on TikTok where the person was going over the DVD opening to Shrek. It might have been Shrek the first, Shrek 1, and the pigs had something funny. They were like, yeah, start the movie in a German accent. And that's what he did every time a movie or TV show started. Said, oh, start the movie, That's not a good German accent. Yeah, start the movie. And he did that.
Shrek is just the perfect film. It's just perfect film.
One of Rosa Parks' favorite films.
Rosa Parks?
Yeah. She loved Shrek 1.
Is that true? She was alive, I'm pretty sure.
She was alive. That was a whole thing a couple months ago, but damn near a year. Damn, dude.
She really enjoyed Shrek 2?
I don't know if she enjoyed Shrek 2. I believe her timeline of existence on Earth went all the way up to the unveiling of Shrek 2. At least Shrek 1 is from what I remember. But I'm sure she loved it.
Are we gonna take the long way
Ricker and Bon,
home?
everybody. It's a Monday episode. I'm Ricker, that's Bon.
It's me.
And
we're here.
Right next to him is his door, Larry.
My door, Larry. That's the one.
So it's Ricker, Bon, in-depth, free-flowing conversation about whatever's appropriate at the time. Thanks for listening. Everybody that's been listening for so long, almost 4 years,
So
I believe,
long.
of Ricker and Bon, and aka also another name if you were up on it. And if you are up on it, DM that previous name to the Ricker and Bon Instagram. Maybe you get a free t-shirt out of it. I don't know. Maybe just a shout out. I don't know.
Yeah, are we losing followers on Insta?
Well, yes. You saw a drawdown of a couple hundred, right?
Yeah, what up with that?
It's a little expected. You had a really big uptick of a 6 million viewed TikTok, right? And out of that TikTok, you're gonna get, if you get a lot up, you're gonna get some down, dude.
I wonder if a lot of them were fake and they're just being like deleted.
Maybe.
I guess that's good.
I don't know, but I kind of it's not, it's a little bit expected when you see a big hip up, dude. You're gonna get that down to the mean,
Imagine my fucking distress and embarrassment when I say, yeah, girl, I have 14.3 followers, and I pull out my phone to see 14.2.
It used to be 0.4, bro.
What the fuck?
All markets are down, bro. All of
everything.
Them,
what the H?
Including, it's the interest, dude. Big
what
interest.
The F, dude. Come
interest
on,
rates,
J-Pow. J-Pow, no. Jay Yellen, no.
Gotta study up on how interest rates affect the macro market.
I was actually doing that last night.
Yeah, right now, not super up on it. One thing that my boys over there at Trade with Dough, they like the macro economic look of where to get in with certain things, or to see if everything's falling down. Look at other markets that aren't equities to see if it truly is falling down or if everybody stays the same. But yeah, apparently it's something.
Your boy Zip Trader had a pretty good explanation.
Zip Trader, eh?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's my boy.
He got pretty in depth. Isn't he your pal, your best friend?
No, I don't think I've ever watched a Zip Trader.
Fucking Crimson Chin over there.
Crimson Chin. Wait, is he's not the...
He's the kid in the suit that talks
Okay.
really fast.
Yeah, the White Shapiro of markets.
Yeah.
Of Wall Street bets.
That looks like he just, if you were sitting across the table from him, he'd just be drenched in spit.
He has a little bit of a lisp.
Yeah.
No, I haven't watched him in a while, but he has
God,
a good...
I hate lisps.
Okay.
Sorry if you have a lisp. I just remember I would fucking lift with Marcus. And you'd be doing bench press and you'd just be spitting on me. That was spotting him. It would be so gross. I'd be like, come on,
that's
dude.
not even... Maybe it's a little contributed to a lisp, but I think he might just be a bench spitter, dude.
Like, out of everybody I ever spotted, no one spit on me like him, like, ever. Like,
You gotta
spit in
exhale,
your mouth, dog.
dude. You gotta exhale on it. It's also
God,
really
exhale through your
cruel.
nose.
Really cruel that the lisps, the word for the, to put the action of what lisp means physically in your mind, the word for that is lisps with an SPS. Really hard for people to say, even without a lisp.
Yeah, it's especially hard if you have a lisp, and I think that's why it was created, to make them work for it. Lisp. Oh, God, I'm a dick. What's up, everybody? It's Monday. Hope
Happy
you're
Monday.
having a great day. Don't know if the markets are up or not, because it's Sunday, but they're probably down. Whatever.
Precisely.
Fucking
learn
whatever.
to surf, dude.
Could be. It's super high if you zoom out.
Either keep it in for decades or learn to surf up and down,
Yeah. Fuck.
If you're in there for a long time, this is a bunch of noise. If you're in here for a shorter time frame, you better learn how to ride that wave, baby.
I begin to take the long way home.
Ricker and Bond audiences, thanks for listening. This is indeed the last episode of Ricker and Bond. Once the market goes down, we have to sell off to NBC. Peacock will be streamed on Peacock. It will be an algorithm that is made up of the treasure trove of words and sounds that our voice have made on Zoom for free, allegedly. So we're over here just giving something away. Something is being filed into those Zoom folders, encrypted with something that they profit from.
Straight to Mark's iPhone. No, just kidding. He doesn't have an iPhone. He's an Android because he hates Apple. What was I going to say? Remember last episode we were touching on Fiverr?
Yes.
And I was like, these kids' videos are cheap to make.
Yes.
Been doing some thinking, doing some business research, some budgeting, and I thought I came up with like $1,000 budget to make a fucking kids channel with a bunch of content complete with branding and SEO. And I looked at it and I thought, wow, this is a great idea on paper, but I don't want to spend this kind of money right now. So I went to work and I said, hey guys, I have this idea. Would you like to get in on it? And then I went to some other people, maybe 2 other people, 4 in total, and said, would you like to get in on it? Right?
Mm-hmm.
And they all said yes. I just gotta put the details together a little further than I have now. And they, in return, I'm still figuring out the details of how much I want to give them, but I might keep like 40 and they keep like 60 of the profits, right? Amongst the 4 of them. So anyway, I'm gonna launch this fucking thing probably without a dime of my money tied up into it. And as soon as I thought of that, I realized, oh, that's what that guy that wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad was saying when he said poor people spend their own money. I was like, okay, well, so yeah.
Expound a little bit.
Well, if you have an idea and it's a good enough idea, you can raise capital for it and sell equity or take a loan out. I don't really want to pay anyone back, so I'm going to say like, yo, whatever, this is the potential this has to make. I am not an SEO expert, so I'm going to hire one or two. I can edit videos, but I don't have the time to edit 200 kids videos. So I'm going to outsource all of that. This is what we need to get to monetization. This is what we need. This is how many videos we're going to drop on the first day. This is our runway after the first day if we drop a video every day. Yeah, and yeah, pretty much it.
Hell yeah. Execute away.
Yeah, so see if that works. I'm just looking at a bunch of people on Fiverr right now. They all live in Pakistan and India, which is interesting.
Yeah, a lot of remote work.
They're really editing for fucking pennies over there.
So it would seem, yeah.
Wow.
A little bit of a currency difference there.
Is that what Steve meant when he said those jobs aren't coming back?
Maybe. When did he say that?
So yeah, we'll see. My thing is I'm huge into reinvesting back into the channel because of course, like, my thing is I feel like these guys would be like, yo, I want to, as soon as a fucking profit is made, they'll be like, okay, I want to take my return. So I'm trying to like figure out what percentage I need to have enough of my capital pay for the life of the channel, you know?
The churning of the engine.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I've been looking at some equity calculators and stuff.
Internet's a great place.
Kind of confusing. But yeah.
Why is that?
Because like because it all has to do with like shares and stuff, and like, yo, I don't have any shares of this, you know, it's just like percentages.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out how to do it like a normal.
I mean, you could do like a risk reward thing.
Oh, this is fucking stupid. I could just be like, yo, make it 10,000 shares. Each share is 10%. I mean, each 1,000 shares is 10%. Award 40 or 4,000 shares to me. 6,000 shares to the other 4 people who are funding the project. And then let's say one person's like, yo, I want to pull all my money out. Okay, so then they sell 1,000 shares or whatever back into the company. I guess that's an easy way to do it.
Yeah, you're kind of just making a unit of whatever 100% is, possibly. I don't know. It's kind of a interesting problem to solve.
Yeah.
Kind of boils down to what a share is. Just ownership of a project.
Yeah.
Might make sense. 60-40. Dong dong dong. Execute away.
I'm on it. I'm trying. We'll see. Well, I don't know how, like, because some of these kids videos on YouTube hit like hundreds of millions of views, but I don't know if that's rare. I don't know if it's just a couple videos that are getting that and the rest are just chilling with 10 views. Yeah,
you gotta deep dive into that market research.
Yeah, so hopefully these SEO people know what they're doing.
That is also kind of a risk you gotta take.
Yeah, I'm only looking at like the top rated people and I've been looking at because each seller has like tiers.
Yeah.
Of like, and I've been looking at like the most expensive ones.
Yeah.
To get like the best value, I guess.
I think at a certain point with YouTube, SEO is kind of a wash. Like I'm sure it's necessarily a percentage of it, but it really just matters if people are watching it.
Yeah.
and percentage of that. And once that kind of pulls you up towards the top, then SEO might be more of a big deal. But like, I don't know, if you don't got a lot of people watching a big percentage of the video, I don't know how much SEO is going to help.
And also, you can't leave comments on YouTube Kids videos. So I don't
I was
really
going to
know how
say
they
that
rank them.
the kids joint is a little kind of different for YouTube as well. They got some stringent things. I don't know if that is probably affected into SEO as well. But, you know, that one thing that is with the children videos on YouTube is that a lot of people are just watching that on iPads. So it auto.
Yeah.
Taking
Yeah,
up
so...
that data plan of 31-year-olds.
Yeah, so that's a little project I'll probably be working on.
Nice. Digitally gonna make it onto the Ethereum network somehow.
I don't know how I can, because I guess I do. I guess I do own the videos. I can just toss them on. Oh, bro, guess who I've been talking to about NFTs? Marcus Evan Prime.
Oh, really?
Or nah guy, yeah. I was fucking drunk one night, and I was just like, DM'd him. I was like, bro, get your art on those NFTs.
Yeah.
And he was like, already on it, bro.
Yeah,
And then he DM'd me again. He was like, what have you learned about it? And then I just
dude.
sent him a bunch of shit.
It does seem like there's like I said, it's like it's main rolling into that mainstream where like if you got Gary V on it, like you can gauge something mainstreamness, especially with something that's like collectibles, by where Gary V is at it. Gary V is like just learning about it, so you kind of got the mainstream of just one above of like early adopters kind of. So there's a lot of people that are like trying to learn stuff out, and if someone has read 2 days worth of articles, then you kind of got the leg up. It's interesting.
Yeah, it's fucking...
Someone's gonna have to. I think that's what that ETH 2.0 thing is, but that ecosystem's ready to get plowed by something else. But there's a lot of ETH packed into these apps on sites. Something gotta give, dude.
We need some fucking infrastructure.
I think that, like I said, that's what the 2.0 is.
God damn, ETH is down.
Everything's down.
Everything is down, but it's okay.
I haven't looked at crypto markets since I kind of put away the money I had aside into it. And then if I don't have anything to put into it, I'm not going to watch it fall.
I really wish I had something to put into this BTC. It's on sale.
Yeah. Everything is.
Fuck. All right, let's take a break.
Okie dokie.
Do grown adult Pokemon fans make you cringe too?
No, I just kind of the only one I know is Logic and Zach. It's Z4 on Twitch and things. I just keep on linking mans to like digital
like
collection
I follow some
stuff.
people that are like so into Pokemon. I'm like, dude, like you're like 30.
That's what the collectible stuff is, man. Just stupid stuff that people are super into and have a big community. Something might have value later. It's neither here nor there. The random I was watching, I forget what video it was, but it was some kind of channel that was talking about it was like I watch the Pat McAfee show, which is like a puncher, it's like a sports show kind of, and he was talking about like collectible stuff for a segment, and some random Pokemon card that like you'd probably get as a 2000s kid, like a Charizard is worth hella right now, and it was kind of just a random thing that most people got. It's what it is, man. It's kind of weird to be buying Pokemon cards right now. I guess, I don't know. I'm not plugged in, man. I'm sure someone's be like, yo, it's actually quite the opportunity. And I'm like, okay.
Pretty brown. Kid hasn't eaten in 3 days, but I got this Pokemon card I bought for $8,000.
Yeah, that's a little weird. I'm sure. I don't know. Are there dude? are there people that are buying into Pokemon cards for $8,000 and not giving kids meals? I don't know. Most likely. I'm sure there's a percentage out there. There's got to be a percentage out there that are underfeeding kids over buying Pokemon cards.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably a sick website that tells you the market of Pokemon cards right now. Called
Zach.
PokemonMarket.com, dude.
Pretty Rise.
Did you know that song?
Yeah, I've heard it. Was that also by Troop?
I don't believe so. I believe In Studio was Mint Condition. Breaking My Heart. Parentheses. Pretty Brown Eyes. 1991. Apparently, I'm thinking that R&B was before the 90s. Apparently, it was just all up into that 90s, dude. Six slow jams, associated performer, background vocalist, Rhythm K, composer, Stokely, Ricky, Lawrence, dude, all the homies, man. Homer, Jeffrey, Carey, the guys from back in the day.
That's what it was about back then. That was that real shit.
Just a bunch of people making orchestrated R&B slow jams.
The slow jams, bro. That was the shit that you needed. Now everything's all rushed.
It's fast paced.
Back then it was like, yo, girl, let me get you warmed up. And now it's like, let me just shove it in. Let's the fuck right now. Let me bend you over the fucking counter and shove my dick in your ass. Back then it was like, yo, let me get the candles ready. Let me massage your shoulders, baby. You know, fucking, you know, that Usher shit, that ended with Usher.
There's a parallel to like societal social contracts in media. You can see that with the music, how it is right now. Future. I
noticed that once The Weeknd got popular, well, not pop, but like when his raunchy shit was getting a little more mainstream, other R&B artists started getting more explicit, specifically Miguel. When the year The Weeknd kind of started getting big with that Earned It era, Miguel released this album, and on the fucking cover he's like bending a girl over and like has his hand in her vagina, and then the whole fucking album's just about how he's fucking her.
50 Shades of Grey pivot.
Yeah, it's just like, dog, this ain't you, bro. You're making me uncomfortable. This isn't your character, Miguel.
Oh, Miguel.
Yeah, this is Abel's character.
You got some oily hair, Miguel.
Nah, Abel's all mainstream. I really wish his red jacket fit better. I think it's a little oversized.
It might be part of the character.
It's supposed to hug the hips, you know.
We're talking about Weeknd still.
Yeah, maybe he's fat. You think he's overweight?
It's the zany character, dude. I love that. Hunter S. Thompson about it.
Is he supposed to be? He's the character's rich, right? Because he's gambling. He's driving fast cars. He's rich and fucked up.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
get a tailor, bro.
That's the thing you look for, like lunatic-y, when you're getting all weird with it. Wonderful narrative, dude.
Yeah.
I hope there's a cool documentary about it later.
There is. Oh, I mean, there is about the Super Bowl performance coming out.
That's cool. More so like character intertwined into album and the narrative throughout.
He announced a tour for next year.
Yeah, I saw that. This seems to be on track.
What if he's like on another, like in another album mode by then? He's like, I gotta do
probably
after hours now.
I mean, you've had a bunch of time, or usually you have you got an album, you go tour for a bunch of time. Maybe you're making stuff in between, but I don't know. Mainstream cats, maybe probably not. You probably want some studio downtime after tours. So, but if you don't have a lot of tours in between because of a global pandemic, then you might be making an album in that whole time in between. So maybe you hit that tour, you're perfecting the album mix master, and you go into Britain, dude, get that third wave of Corona rum, and you hit it back to LA, bro. Said what?
I'm going to that show, but I want to go somewhere cool. I want to go in like Paris or something.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. LA's lame. I'll go somewhere fun.
Ever been to a concert overseas? Seen music overseas. Saw some what's it called? That one like Spanish genre of music, but it's like kind of older. Flamenco or something. Maybe not fully flamenco, but like you tap your foot and stuff and you get an old fat lady. Saw that joint. I went to a beach overseas. pretty cool.
Same. I didn't like it.
Yeah.
Too crowded. The sand was just rocks, and yes, it was just like crowded.
Barcelona.
Yes.
It's a big old city.
Big city. Great city. Love that city. Want to go back. I have a friend. He's from there. But, you know, he's pretty chill.
He's got that chill Barcelona vibe.
He's got that chill Barcelona vibe. He loves talking politics.
Oh, yeah?
He's very, why is everyone in America socialist? I come from a socialist country and it's shit. You know how much doctors get paid there? Like $7 an hour. Like, I don't get it. Why would anyone want to live there? I'm just like, well, it's pretty. He's like, yeah, it's fucking beautiful, but like, politics are terrible. I was like, wow, that's crazy. And then another girl, he lives with a girl. She's French. And I'm like, yo, what's France like? She's like, oh, it's fucking small. I never want to go back there. It's just farmland. And Paris is just tourists. You know, like I'm never going to go back. I was like, damn.
My homie in France right now is working at a new restaurant. And he just forages for good food to find to go into a restaurant, a little bougie restaurant. But I could see the from what I've seen of French people that are in America and Americans over in France, that I could see a little distaste for it eventually. You get a distaste for anything if you're there long enough. Grass is always greener somewhere else with time.
Yeah, they're very like how do I explain it? The guy is like afraid of the neighborhood I live in.
Barcelona guy.
Yeah, because of like movies and shit.
Sure.
And I'm just like, okay, that makes sense. That's the way it used to be, but it's not necessarily like that as much anymore.
Sure. It's kind of your American media you've seen.
Yeah.
That's very interesting. I guess it does come from some truth, but if you're looking at American media and not living there, you don't really get the intricacies of it.
Yeah, goddamn, what an experience it must be to be from there and now just they literally live in buttfuck Hollywood. Yeah.
How long again?
They've lived in, well, the guy's lived in America, I think, for 3 or 4 years, but he lived in Riverside, and there's nothing out there. And he just
how about
LA? Riverside is in.
No, how about LA? How long?
Oh, LA. When did they move here? Like a month ago.
Oh yeah, that's freshky.
Yeah, and kind of sucks that they can't like go out and party or anything. But I mean, there's other shit to do.
Yeah, get a little 1 year survey. See the difference in demeanor.
Yeah, and partying is definitely better over there anyway, so they're not really missing out.
It's different.
Like fucking 2 a.m. Like that's when they start.
Yeah, that Spanish timeline is very different.
I need to go experience that before I become a responsible adult.
It's a nice idea.
Yeah.
I did that kind of. Got mugged in Spain once.
I gotta go do that. Step 1, don't go with neighbor Jeff. Because he's just gonna be on the phone with his girlfriend the entire trip.
How's he doing, dude?
He's doing good. Hanging out with him is like a lot, though. It's just,
sure.
It's just like, dude, I don't want to debate 24/7. Can we just chill?
He does enjoy the back and forth, eh?
Yeah, it's just like, bro, like, fuck, I feel like I'm in a lecture.
It's always interesting. Because I never want to, even if I usually keep my opinions leveraged to both sides to hear valid points. But I never want to hop into a debate very eagerly. Doesn't give me a lot of joy.
I'll only do it if I hear something ridiculous. Like,
if
they're
ridiculous,
talking to me about
annoyed, and then I just ignore it, dude.
Like if somebody says, "Oh, barter is better than money we use," like I'm always gonna be like, "Nah, that's
why
ridiculous."
Do you think that?
I would ask them why do they think that, you know?
Sure.
And then all you got to do is give them one example, and then they'd be like, "Oh, I guess that's right."
Probably some valid points all around, man. That's the
like,
thing with it, dude. Everybody else always has at least one good point that you can go into something else. Some people don't.
Some people just don't. Some people have, like, in my opinion, dumb opinions, but they're like willing to learn. Some people are just like, "Oh, the sky is green, you're wrong, shut up."
Yeah.
Like Dom was kind of like that, low key.
Really?
Yeah, like
I could
sometimes
see
we
that
would talk about
sometimes.
things that I knew like the back of my hand, like about his phone or something. And then he'd be like, "Nah, my phone is different." I'm like, "Bro, we have the same phone, the exact same phone. How is your phone different?"
I see. Oh, well. Oh, 25th.
25th Street. It looks so much cleaner.
Does it?
The house is literally just vibrant, sparkling. It looks like they tore it down and built it up.
That's very interesting.
I gotta take a picture of it. It's just immaculate.
Interesting.
Everything, it's like, I gotta take a picture of it.
Okay.
I wish I could see the backyard. I can kind of see it, but it looks nice from what I see.
Oh, LA. Did you ever do real estate license stuff that you said you were finna do?
Yeah, I actually finished like 90% of it, but I didn't take the test because I didn't have money at the time, but I can probably take it.
Nice.
Didn't finish it. I mean, I didn't finish the fucking last survey. But yeah, I pretty much used it more or less for education.
That's good.
Yeah, it was pretty easy.
Right on, dude. I remember I was doing like a freelance thing, and then the lady is she was running a kind of like a dropship thing, but not really. It's not dropship at all, but an Amazon site, shipping off clothes and stuff. And she was like, "Yo, I'll pay you to take this real estate quiz for me." Like, all right. And there's just answers on the PDF, and you plug it into the quiz.
Dude.
She was an immigrant from some Slavic thing, Russia or something.
Damn, dude. Gotta take advantage of those people that don't know how computers work. They're dying off.
Yeah.
Or they're getting smart enough to do it themselves.
Yeah. It's the cycle's turning.
Yeah.
I'm trying to dive in and see how people code smart contracts, dude.
Solidity?
Solidify, I believe.
That shit's fucking
Something
nuts.
with it. Wonder how old it is. Wonder what it's derived from.
Well, didn't the Ethereum network start in 2014?
No idea.
It's pretty new. Pretty new. Blockchain, baby. The album now available on everything.
Remember on the split Donish video in the whiteboard on top left it says "Sell your Ripple"?
Did it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sell XRP.
What a-
People are apparently either super bullish on XRP, but from what I heard, it was deaded.
I thought it was over too.
Apparently, everyone's like, "Oh man, blah blah blah."
Man, those altcoins are just too much for me. I don't fucking...
It's a little bit of a whiplash everywhere.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it's the same shit with stocks. You got to find the things that have some value, solve a problem.
Yeah, but at least with stocks, you know that even if the company's bullshit, you're investing in a company. I could be investing in a coin that literally says it does something, but it does nothing. It's like a million trillion billion supply. Fucking, I'm throwing my money at something that's worth 5 cents, but it's really worth negative 3 cents.
That's where the lack of regulation comes in.
Yeah, it's just like the casino.
Yeah, it's interesting.
There's this fucking Twitter profile that looks just like the Robinhood official one, but it's like a parody account. And it tweeted one morning, it said "Casino open," all caps. And someone retweeted it. I was like, whoa, no fucking way Robinhood tweeted that shit.
Casino open.
But I looked into it and it was fake. But I was so surprised.
Robin Hood, man. Are those hearings done?
I don't know.
Those are some interesting hearings from what I saw. It was jokes, dude. It was just a random grab bag of some people not knowing something, other people knowing stuff. There's some subcommittee members that were like on it. Some were older and like didn't have a grasp on what Robin Hood was.
Yeah.
It's very, very interesting. That CEO of the I think it was the middleman. I forgot what the phrase is. But he was interesting as well. He looked like a character out of Elf. He looked like he was the grandpa in Elf.
The guy, that guy?
Melvin, in the clearing company.
Damn, that fucking...
He was in like a white room. He looked like he was in the future.
That Reddit guy was just making jokes.
Yeah, he was a little cringy. I wasn't really a fan of him. It was like watching some kind of like weird... Dude, it was like watching a TV show, I was gonna say. I saw something on TikTok that was like a narrative, like YouTube series, and it was like fictional, but it was people in like a Zoom chat, and it was like a story of kind of funny Zoom meeting workplace vibes. Interesting. Didn't really seem fruitful as a very popular channel, but it was a nice little attempt at some new media in a probably dying age of whatever Zoom media is.
Dude, these Zoom calls.
You Zoom calling?
These Zoom calls on the news are funny. Because like, we just pivoted so hard to expensive sets to hello, live from my bedroom.
Dude, with all that happening, the going places just seems absurd.
Dude,
you know what I mean? A little bit. Like, especially as like companies are trying to figure out whether like, are we gonna have people back in this very expensive commercial real estate property that we rent, or do we not do that? As someone who is like employed by someone, it's like I really don't want to drive to a random place to do some busy work. It's
such a waste of time. You know, Coinbase, when they filed for their IPO, you have to put your headquarters, and they put 100% remote. So they don't have a headquarters.
That IPO was interesting, man. It's not IPO'd yet, but
yeah.
Coinbase on the markets, bro. Third trimester. Ooh, didn't record Zoom, but that's okay.
That's okay.
Not really, but enjoy the third trimester.
Cutie pie with whom I wanna be, and I apologize if this message gets you down. Then I CC'd every girl that I CC round town, and hate to see y'all frown, but I'd rather see her smiling. Witness all around me, true, but I'm no island, peninsula maybe. Makes no sense, I know crazy. Give up all this that's in my lap, no looking back. Spaceships don't come equipped with rear view mirrors, they dip as quick as they can. The atmosphere is now ripped. I'm so like a pimp. I'm glad it's night, so the light from the sun would not burn me on my bum when I shoot the moon. High jump the broom like a preemie out the womb. My partner yelling too soon. Don't do it. Reconsider. Read some litter. Sure on the subject. You sure? You know we got your back like chiropractic. If that do you
really wanted to get to the part where drums come in, but it's taking a little bit too long, Andre.
Taking a little bit too long.
I choose you. UGK Outcast. I think it's Outcast. Or is it just Andre? UGK Underground Kings featuring Outcast live in Zoom Studio. Ricker and Bond. Episode 264, perhaps. Thanks for listening. Subscribe if you haven't. 5-star on iTunes. And tell a friend and tell a friend about it. Put it in your AirPods. Put it on your home speaker. Amazon, Google, Facebook, where it tracks you. Thanks for listening, y'all.
Speaking of podcast, I saw a video appropriately titled, I guess, how Joe Budden fucked his co-stars.
How do you do it?
Apparently he so he did that fucking Spotify deal apparently wasn't good, and he was shitting on Spotify, right? And then he made the Joe Budden Network, and I don't know much about it, but according to this video, it's not doing too well. And then he signed a deal with like Patreon, which he was hyping up, which is kind of like some stupid ass shit where like you have to pay $25 or something to get Joe Budden content. And the video was showing a clip of him like talking about it, hyping it up, but his co-stars are just like, one of them just seems like not, he's like congratulating him, but he like doesn't give a shit, and the other guy, I don't know who it is, but the black guy, he just looks pissed. He just looks like silent. I don't know if he was like cut out of the deal or
that
like,
is kind of how he looks like.
But like like Joe's like going on for like 15 minutes. The guy doesn't say a word. That's kind of how they look. But the fucking, I don't know. I guess they're not getting as paid as much as they were with Spotify, and the only person that had the real problem with Spotify was Joe. So he fucking burned that bridge, tried to do the Joe Budden Network. It went nowhere because the other shows they're producing are flopping. Also because of coronavirus, there isn't as much celebrity news, so like the show's not really doing as well as it was. And so he's signing another deal which isn't going to go anywhere because no one wants to pay $25 for Joe Budden content, because fucking even Joe Rogan is having problems getting people to switch to Spotify, which is free, you know.
Yeah,
so it's kind of
Joe Rogan thing is kind of interesting. The Joe Rogan thing is kind of interesting. I know I stopped watching frequently a lot of Joe Rogan clips like in the past.
Yeah, it's not really
kind of fell off for me a little bit. I think even before the
I don't
movie,
really want to watch videos on Spotify. I don't know what it is.
The YouTube thing was very I think I just didn't want to watch a bunch of podcast clips, but having them on YouTube is quite beneficial.
Low key, I think it may have been smarter for him to take less money and be like, let me keep my episodes on YouTube.
Yeah.
But it's not an exclusive deal, but like I'll put my well, actually that wouldn't make any sense because like his shit's on everything anyway, you know.
You just kind of got blown out.
But also having video on Spotify, but also let me keep my stuff on YouTube.
Your audio. You just break up.
Are you frozen? Sweet.
Also,
but also keep his videos on YouTube.
You hear me? Also, his videos what?
Because I get like
YouTube, Spotify.
I don't know what does better, his audio or his videos, but his audio
because
his videos fucking
videos are everywhere.
Views. You know, and that was like, and that's the main discoverability of Joe Rogan was fucking YouTube clips. And he just literally just like cut that off.
Yeah, they were always a lot of views. Very true. Very true. Yeah. It's probably more fruitful.
Yeah, and he's not like shitting on Spotify publicly.
Probably more fruitful
like
somehow
Joe
in
did.
the contract.
That wasn't a smart move for him because at the end of the day, Joe was the one that signed the contract.
Pretty sure probably knew that.
Like everything that happened to him was probably in the contract. His lawyer or whatever probably. His ego was probably too big. He's like, I don't need no lawyer.
Yeah.
I'll sign this. I'm Joe Budden. Pop the champagne. And so I was like, yo, Joe, you know, you're fucking signing your life away, buddy. Nah, bro, Spotify. I'm the Steve Jobs of podcasts.
Perhaps.
Yeah, actually.
You did draw that parallel from music industry to Spotify things. Still got that company overarching stuff.
I was talking about it. He was funny. He's like, Joe Budden's making all these podcasts for women when literally 99% of his audience is men. So he should be like literally catering to them instead of trying to do this whole new thing about like making literally 2 podcasts where all the hosts are 45-year-old black women. Like that's the shit my mom would listen to.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not all men, but
I
it's
would kind of
like, come
assume
on,
there's
it's
some
mostly
more
men.
women in the audience as well. I don't think it's very
Really?
drastically all men, but I see that
It's
point.
like fucking locker room talk.
I don't know. It might not be actually.
Like that's not really appealing.
Actually
I
might
don't think
be
that's appealing to girls.
Quite a big one percentage. I'm not sure that it is. Yeah, those two shows were very interesting how they popped off.
I don't know.
So I haven't seen anything from them. Good effort though. Gotta try it. Gotta have that drastic execution for it, or else nobody else will. Could be do something later in the future. Probably what he's betting for. The Patreon thing doesn't look like a very good move publicly.
Yeah.
You're grasping for something, but you gotta grasp for something
Oh
when
my
you
God, Joe.
burn other bridges to something that has a higher footing in the world.
Yeah, I listen to podcasts in the
Joe
shower.
Budden, dude. Kind of did stop watching a lot of podcasts.
We Study Billionaires is a good one.
Let's commute, dude. Let's commute, really. Let's commute less podcasts.
What that is?
You can see that. WII.
Oh. Actually, billionaires
No, I
with
was making
a B.
a pun on Wii Sports,
A B.
Wii Games.
The big B club.
What are they saying?
Tres
They study
Comas.
Millionaires. They watch Millionaires and what they
Triple
move.
Comma Club. Ever seen Silicon
Sure.
Valley?
What are they? They study their
yeah,
moves.
nah, they just like fucking. They
Excuse
just
me?
talk to billionaires and they talk about their stories and the books they've read and where they see their industries
pretty
going
funny.
in the future
Picture.
and how other things are impacting their industry, and it's pretty interesting stuff. Yeah. Well, the first one I listened to was Kathy, and she pretty much just says what she always did. But then I was talking to this other guy.
Was one that's
I don't know what he did.
off top?
I forgot what he did like for certain, but he was like an expert on inflation, and he was talking about like why everything's going on right now. How he doesn't expect hyperinflation in the short term, but definitely in the long term where it's noticeable. And he's just saying like, yeah, everybody should like really be prepared because this is gonna be a weird time.
Mm-hmm.
But he was like out of all, there's three scenarios. There's a scenario where the government doesn't do anything, and like everyone continues to fucking suffer. That's probably the worst scenario. And there's another scenario where the government helps, and then we like pay the price later, but at least the economy's good. And then the third scenario was fucking, what was it? It was something absurd. Like, you continue to pump money to the common economy, and we keep doing it, but we also ignore inflation, and we keep interest rates, we keep them low so that people continue to fucking lend. But that's probably gonna fuck everyone over. So even though J Powell, the guy, says interest rates are going to stay low, in the long term they're definitely going to raise. Yeah, to curb that inflation. Yeah.
Interesting. Got to get a grasp on that to make some plays on it. Macroeconomics, folks. Dude, you know who
Jay Weave
popped up into my Instagram, which is interesting because you might have actually been listening to podcasts, if nothing else, was Weaver. Yeah, and I was watching some posts on his Instagram. Yes, that's
what a
the
guy.
one. Ooh, vibes.
I was into that silver.
I saw some
fucking
fun posts of his.
He's funny.
Some silver. It was interesting.
I've probably known him. Yeah, I've known him longer than Sean, low-key.
Medals, man.
Yeah.
Quite a character.
Him, besides my sisters.
Oh, wow. Do you have the one person? in
I
your
saw
life
your
that
sister has a new
knows the
Insta.
longest?
Popped up in the you might know this person.
Nice.
Yeah. What was it like?
Yeah.
Get healthy.
LOL. Yeah, she's trying the health Instagram thing.
Now she's ranking
And then,
the
like, just steal a bunch of other people's content and then post it as your own. And post your own stuff as well. I don't know.
Not like you though.
It's definitely not at all.
Talking money,
Little
need a
Jackson.
hearing aid.
Oh, me? No, you can't. You can't reach me if you had a
Kathy would. I bet she smells
Warren Buffett
good.
in your back pocket, dude. Plus, Kathy.
Old
Kathy on the
women
phone,
smell
too,
really
man. You
good
can't
for some reason.
Run my race, dude.
Yeah, it's like damn girl.
But she smells old. That kind of like pungent potpourri.
Fuck, I wonder what that's like.
They just all get in that club
Experiencing
and they smell like
A mature woman.
one scent
I'm
that's a little
talking
stale.
65 years old, just like getting in that.
I don't know. It's gonna be weird when I cross that road. I thought you meant
God, that's
getting
gross.
old.
I would give it a try.
I was referring to being
Fucking,
that
what's her
age.
name? Aunt May from
I could feel
Spider-Man
it, huh?
is. I would marry her. Marissa Tomei, she's like 50. She's so fine.
You think yourself at that age, dude?
Yeah, her. That's the one. She's old, dude.
the
She's
one in
like
the new
48
one?
or something.
But the one in the new one, dude, she's younger.
Yeah,
She's not 50.
I'm looking her up. She is 56.
When the one, like, when
Marissa
he has the fat
Tomei.
Asian friend? She's not that
5'5".
old, huh?
She's so fucking hot.
What's her name?
Tell me you
You check
wouldn't
her
get in
height?
that shit. She probably drinks a lot of water.
That is pretty old. Jesus.
Yeah, dude, like,
How's
come
she
on.
60?
Like, Jesus Christ.
That's actually like
I would-
low key ridiculous.
I would break those hips, bro.
A lot of makeup. Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Like, for a white woman, too. Like, how
She
the
looks
fuck? Who's she
young,
married
young.
to?
Well, 56. I guess you can cross that 60 threshold and it might be looking different. I don't know. Brooklyn, New York, eh?
Partners.
Ooh, dude, look
I
at
don't
that
think she
spouse.
has a
That's
partner.
I can see the 4-year.
Holy
10-year
shit, she had a
being
partner
the
that is
relationship.
12 years younger than her.
Logan Marshall Green. Definitely
Oh, dude.
2008. In the photo that Google's given, that's definitely a divorce. that's not a it's not the best
Oh, it's a
looking
bump
dude.
on their head.
Kind of looks weird.
Yeah,
In
bump
this
head.
Google photo, he has a bump on his head. And you want a bump on your head? No way, dude. Could be a tumor. Bro.
What is my path to 65?
Bump head, as they call them?
Well, by then, I'm probably going to have about
65, dude.
14 kids with 4
What's
different
your
women.
path to 65?
And they're all just going to fucking just use me for my money.
Yes.
They don't really love me. And they're not going to know each other. I can't control that portion. I can't get... I'm just kidding. When I was 65, I don't know. I can't see that far. Hopefully,
Doesn't
I'm
sound like
chilling.
a very good plan, dude.
Hopefully my dick still works. I don't know what the state
I think
of society will be like. I just know that
It's kind of what
we
you
will
got to
be
plan for a little
slaves
bit.
to the computer, and there will be the haves and the have-nots, and hopefully I'm part of the haves. Everybody now that is sitting around wasting their time complaining about the system or the inequality or whatever, or how things just aren't as good as they used to be, are missing this entirely huge opportunity that's right in front of them that could literally propel them into the tax bracket they aspire to be in if they just shut the fuck up and be humble and learn and ask questions and be like, okay, this industry is changing. How can I be a part of it? You know? Like, I don't know. People are like, oh, easy example is, TikTok's ruining the music industry. No, it's not. It's just changing. You know? You can be a part of it too, no matter what age you are. Like, fucking figure it out. It's arguably way easier to get famous now. Like, that fucking girl went from 0 to a #1 Billboard hit in a week. Like, zero friction. A lot more competition maybe, but like...
A lot less friction. A lot less friction. Yeah, that's kind of a thing where, you know, you get a lot more people that can get on that wave of whatever kind of portion of the United States and more so global.
Another good example.
Landscape is you kind of get a lot more people that can enter.
Let's say there's three kinds of
digitalness.
I'm gonna divide black people into 3 groups. Here, there's black people that are like, yo, we got to get this bread. We got to propel ourselves. All
right, Biden.
We got to make this money ourselves, right? Like those kind of people. Like, let's not wait around for anyone. Let's just do it. Like, we got this. We've done so much already. Let's fucking do it. And let's give back to the community. Then there's people that sit around and say, I'm never going to get to where I want to be because of all these obstacles. And yeah, there may be obstacles, but people are still succeeding. So, and there's people that just like don't care, you know. And the people that acknowledge all the obstacles, putting all that energy into acknowledging the obstacles, you know. Yeah, like, well, not even solving the obstacles, just like complaining about them. Yeah, the first group are solving the obstacles. Like, I love it when I'm
saying in that first group.
I don't know. Sometimes I see like black people go back and forth on Twitter, and they're just so different, but they come from the same place, you know. But they're just different ways of thinking. Some people are like, I don't know. It's impossible to do well in this country. No, it's not. Yes, it is. No, it's not. This is why. Yes, it is. This is why. It's like,
that sector's
and
the sector that loves debating stuff. I don't know. There's a part of my brain that says debate equals nothing, unless you want to be like, well, this is what I've been doing, and this is how it could help you.
It's usually,
and if you don't want to do that, because that's okay. But that's not even debating. That's just showing what an individual has done and how it can be applied to another individual.
Because it's just like,
sure. Internet debate, that's dumb, bro. Even live debate, bro. Just be quiet, do your work. And if you can help people, be loud. But if not, put your head down and try to get ahead, I guess.
Yeah, education's free.
If you get above all this stuff, then you can
that have no business getting
help
rich
in some way, monetarily or knowledge based, to people you want to help.
Smarter than you or I, or they just work harder or smarter. You know, it's about working smart. Hard work is important, but you got to work smart. The worst thing to do.
Did stuff.
That's the worst thing to do.
Worst thing to do is nothing.
Trying to get this kids channel stuff together.
What you looking up, dude? How you gonna
do some more
go
research
throughout
on
the week?
NFTs.
What you trying to learn?
What's expensive? They're very expensive.
These parcels are expensive, man.
I don't know if this is like
These crypto voxel pieces of land.
bubble. Who knows?
Yeah.
Could come crashing down in a year.
Bubble.
Right now, I'm not really in a position to make any trades or sell anything.
Good job on the YouTube execution.
Just kind of watching Global Star.
Any trades you're looking at?
It's a lot of good news is coming out, but the entire market's pulling down. So
yeah, feel that.
Yeah, I'm just kind of just sitting on it.
That's cool.
Entire
probably an
portfolio is down like $2,000 this week. Pretty bad, but whatever.
Yeah. Gotta be more disciplined on that stuff. I gotta remind myself that like every month there's gonna be a big correction, and instead of being locked into like a smaller view of it, I gotta kind of look at that and wait for
better
better
some
entry.
Cash on the side for like
right now. I'm
like
just kind of when I get some income,
like I have no cash
put
to
it in no
pick up
matter
some of
what.
these deals.
I'm not really looking for better entries. Yeah, I was thinking about that as well. Because I also haven't really been like saving. I've just kind of been putting a big portion into markets, which is okay, but I kind of have to be a little more vigilant with percentages.
Lucky. This fucking rent. This fucking rent. I hope I get this.
Expenses are pretty low right now, so kind of just been pumping it in. I know. I was about to say, I should probably like, I don't know. Anyways, Rick and Bond, thanks for listening, everybody. If you want to rate that 5 stars, subscribe, go email a friend about it, go send a letter to a friend giving the online web address that you've written in mechanical pencil on loose leaf paper to them. Deliver that through USPS or whatever
and
local
also,
system you have in your country.
Don't forget to
give that to them on paper,
some Bitcoin,
and they type it in. That's how you tell people about the podcast.
And also,
it's the most efficient way.
Don't forget to start your day on your knees, praying to God. Amen.
It's an okay idea.
I've been killing with the squats lately. Yeah, legs twice a week. Legs will get you right.
Do some planks, do some squats.
Make sure you stretch because that's super important. Okay, everybody. We'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.
Sure. Thanks for listening.